What's up YouTube, it's your girl Chloe Ray. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and welcome. So today I'm going to be telling you guys a story time about the time I ran away from home, or I tried to, because long story short, I don't get along with my family at home that well. Just a lot of things that have built up over the years. It's not a healthy environment here for me. So I had been planning, this was about 2 weeks ago. I had this idea on a Monday. I was like, what if I just leave and go live with a friend or something? And just live my life and be happy. Because I was so down, all I wanted, I wanted to be happy. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So that Monday, I told a few friends, and I asked around, like my friends who have their own places to live, if I could stay with them, and somebody told me that I could stay with them. I was like, okay, cool. This weekend, because I was supposed to have my senior pictures that weekend, and I didn't want to miss them, so I was like, okay, I'll just leave after that. So basically I had planned to leave Sunday night, at nighttime when my parents weren't awake. So all week that week I had packed my bags. I just packed a few little bags full of, just clothes, simple clothes, because I was also planning on getting a job. I applied for jobs actually before I even ran away, or tried to, because I was like, okay, I just want to make money, get a job, and live out my life. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday goes by, and I also wanted to give myself time. I also said not till Sunday because I wanted to give myself time to think, so I didn't make a impulsive decision, but because I was like, okay, what if I change my mind? Well, that didn't happen, because the whole week leading up to it, my mind was actually I was like, okay, I really want to do this. I actually want to do this. So then it comes, it was either Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember. I want to say it was Thursday. So I wake up that morning, I had therapy. My dad takes me, I'm talking to my therapist or whatever, telling her, all stuff that's been going on. Not about me running away, but just things you talk about with your therapist in general. And he's like, okay, cool. So I leave. I go to the car, and my dad was like, how was therapy? And for some reason that just really made me mad, because me and him butt heads all the time. I do not get along with him for reasons I'm not going to explain on here, but we just do not get along. And when me and my mom get along, as long as my dad's not around. So I wasn't getting along with anybody because my dad was home. And all week I had been saying oh, I just want to leave, I'm so tired of this, because as I saw from my story time, I've been arrested, I've been in trouble, I'm grounded and everything, but it's I don't even get to go to school, so I'm not having any social interaction. I'm just literally sitting in the house, and it is not good for anybody to just be sitting around doing nothing all the time, not having any social interaction whatsoever. I'm not even going to the store, my family doesn't go out. I don't do any of this stuff. So I'm miserable, and I just want to leave. I understand I did something wrong, I got arrested, but that doesn't mean that I can be locked up in this house. You know what I mean? Probably not. This probably doesn't make any sense, but But anyway, so I was just like, what do you mean, how's therapy? It was fine. And so I come home. After me and my dad sat in the car forever because he was taking forever to leave, and I was like, can we just go home? I want to go home and watch TV or whatever, just leave me alone. So I go home, I walk in the door, and my mom's sitting on the couch with all my bags. She had went through my room or something on my bags that I was gonna leave and run away. She was like, where do you think you're going? And I was like, there's no point in lying at this point. So I was like, I'm gonna leave. Like, I've been telling you guys all week I want to leave. And I had gotten to my argument with my dad a few times, and he was like, well, if you want to leave so bad, if you're going to leave, you better take all your stuff with you, blah, 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 blah. They're like, okay, bet. I was like, do you want to bet on it? And he was like, yeah. So I had packed all my stuff to leave. And I told her that. And she was like, oh, okay. And started, like, emptying out my bag. She was like, well, I bought this, so you can take all the stuff that you bought, and you can take that with you, but I'm taking everything that I bought. So I'm like, okay, cool, take everything out of there. Because at this point, I'm like, I just want to get out of here now. One day, I want to leave now. And so my dad walks in the door, and he's like, what is going on? And she's like, oh, didn't you know your daughter's, like, planning to leave and run away? And he's like, what? And he starts getting he's, like, so mad or whatever. I was like, you literally told me if I want to leave to pack all my stuff and go, so that is what I'm doing. And he was like, you're not going anywhere. But this is ridiculous. Everything. I was like, no, I'm not happy here. Like, I don't want to be here. He's like, why are you not happy here? I'm like, dude, all the stuff you've put me through, that is why I'm not happy here. And so I started going up the stairs, and my dad's like, where are you going? Get back down here. And I'm like, no, I just want to be alone. And so I'm starting to go up the stairs, and he, like, comes up behind me and pushes around me and goes into my room and starts, like, tearing everything apart. Like, opens my closet doors, ripping all my clothes off the hangers, putting them all over the floor. He unplugs my TV, takes my TV downstairs, comes up, grabs 2 of my dressers, and takes them downstairs. He's just, like, doing all this extra stuff. He's going through my drawers, pulling everything out of my closet. Like, my room was trash. My trash was all over the floor. There was broken, I had my trophy from cheer broke. It was in the floor. He was just trashing my room. And I was, like, trying to pack a bag at the same time. And my mom was like, no, you get a trash bag and trash your stuff and pack your stuff since you want to leave, because I bought these bags for you. You're going to take a trash bag and pack your stuff if you want to go. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I grab a trash bag. And then my dad's like, no, what are you doing? Give that to me. Thanks. And I was like, can y'all, like, get on the same page? Because do you guys want me to go or not? So, yeah. So this goes on for about an hour. And they take my laptop, which I bought myself. And I'm like, can you give me my laptop back? Like, I bought that fair and square. And they're like, oh, well, we pay for the Wi-Fi. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I got a hold of my friends. Hey, do you think you can come get me instead of, like, Sunday, like, right now? Because there's a lot going on at home and I just need to get out of here. They're like, okay, sure, but it's going to be a bit. So my other friends came to pick me up. I, like, packed my bags and I walked out the door, and my dad's like, where are you going? I was like, oh, I'm taking a walk. I'm leaving. And so I walk out and I leave. I get in their car. I had told them not to pull up right in front of my house, but what do? They pull up right in front of my house. But I get in the car, we leave. So we're going to go, like, in a different area hang out. No, they wanted to go to, like, the store right next to my house, almost, and hang there. So I'm, like, thinking, okay, I know I'm definitely going to get caught. Like, at this point, I'm like, at least I'm just out of the house for right now, because my parents aren't stupid. Like, this is going to be the first place they go. And so we get there, we get out of the car, and what do you know, that's the first place my dad goes. Like, he's in the car, in his car driving. I'm just like, I just look at it. I didn't wave. But I just continue to go on my merry way. I'm like, okay, you're going to have to drag me out of here. Like, come make a scene. I see my other friend, like, when can you come pick me up? Because I need to get out of here. They're like, oh, I can come now. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, come on. And so that's when I look outside the, like, place we were at, and I see 2 cop cars. So I'm like, great, I know that's for me. It's great. So I'm like, never mind, just don't even come. So I tell my friends I just want to go, like, outside. I want to go somewhere else. Because I already knew. I was like, okay. So we walk out. We're walking to my friend's car. And not even the cops. Like, the cops were chill. Like, my dad, like, storms up in front of, not even me, but my 2 underage friends, and is like, what are you doing with my daughter? And just like, I was like, first of all, you don't speak to my friends that way. You don't speak to any underage kid that way. Like, are you insane? And my dad's a cop. Like, an investigator. He should know that. Like, he's crazy. He's crazy. And so my friends are like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't know that she couldn't be out. You know? And the cop comes up and is just like, sir, why don't you go over here and talk to him, and I'll talk, to them. We're going to get both sides of the story. And so my friends are telling the cop, we just wanted to hang out. And I told the cop, like, everything that went on at home. I was like, I just needed to clear my head. I just needed to get away for a little bit. And I was crying, and she was like, I understand. She was like, when's your 18th birthday? And I was like, it's at the end of this month, like, literally less than 30 days from now. And she was like, I'm really sorry. She was like, I understand that completely, but I wish I could help you, but you're not 18 yet. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that. So basically, that ended up, she was just like, so you do have to go home. You have to go with your dad. I'm sorry. I was like, okay, can I get my stuff from the car? She was like, yeah, sure. So I got my stuff, and the whole car ride home with my dad, I was completely silent. I was just chilling. He was like trying to talk to me, and I just wasn't saying anything because I just wanted to go. So I get home. I'm in my room sitting for a bit. I don't know what to do because my room's a mess. I'm not cleaning it up. I didn't make the mess. I'm not going to clean it up. So then about 2 hours later, my dad comes in and is like crying, and is saying that, Chloe, we have to send you somewhere. What? And he's like, no, you need to go somewhere like a hospital. What? Like I'm crazy or something? Lincoln Trail, which is like this mental health hospital where I live at, and I'm like, are you insane? Like, I was like, okay, you sure you want to do that? Because he was like, you're going to be there for probably about 28 days, and literally, that would be my birthday when I would get out, like, on my birthday. And I was like, you do know if you take me there, when I get out, I'm not coming with you, and I'm not going to forgive you if you send me there. And he starts crying and just like, I just don't know what to do anymore. And I'm like, you're acting like I'm freaking insane, and I'm not. Like, if you would just ask me why I'm doing the things that I do and why I feel the way that I feel, we wouldn't be in this situation. Instead, you just blame everything on me. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not leaving until, I just wanted to take a shower and chill for about 10 minutes before they send me off. And he's like, no, we're going to go now, like, pack your bags. And so I kept arguing with him, and I was like, no, I'm not leaving. And so I ended up packing my bags anyway, and we ended up leaving. I was like, okay, but I was quiet the whole car ride there. We get there, and they check me in and everything. This literal crackhead, who was like high as a kite, talking about, oh, I hate life. And then he was like, you want to go get high right now? I've got some money in my pockets. I was like, oh my god. I was like, this is literally going to drive me insane. And he kept talking about, he was really sweet though. He was like, I really just need to be here. They're really nice people. I've been here a few times. He was like going on, and my dad was like, how about you just keep it to yourself? And I was like, Dad. And the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to make you mad or whatever. And I was like, no, Dad. I was like, no, I'm sorry, sir. And then I looked at my dad, and I was just like, this is where you want me to be? This is who I'm going to be around. You brought me here. So don't get mad about what these people are doing, because this is what it's like. And so I was there for about 5 hours. And it's taking forever to get people checked in. And so they finally take me back. The lady's asking me questions, like, all this stuff. And so he's like, okay, I'm going to go talk to the doctor, and you're not guaranteed admittance unless he thinks you need to be admitted. And I'm like, okay. And the way she said it was like, I don't think you need to be committed. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, so as soon as she leaves, I like laugh a bit. I'm like, my dad's like, what? And I'm like, because when the lady said that I'm not guaranteed admittance, my dad started being like, oh, well, she has like depression and anxiety. And I was like, yeah, I literally told her that. And she's like, yeah, she did tell me that. My dad's just like trying to make everything seem worse than it is. So I was like, I guarantee I'm not going to be admitted. And so then he gets on his phone. I'm pretty sure he was probably texting my mom, like, I was back in about an hour, 2 hours later. And it's like, sorry for the wait, blah, blah, blah. But so I talked to Dr. so-and-so, and he doesn't think that you need to be admitted. And my dad was like, and I was like, okay. I was like, I can chill, because I'm like, okay, thank God. And I'm also just like, this is funny, because my parents actually think I'm insane, and I'm not. Like, they look dumb right now. So yeah, so he's like, I'm sorry, sir, I know it's frustrating, but I wish you guys the best, all this stuff. And my dad's like, okay. And it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And so we're in the car, and I'm like, oh, are you mad now because I have to come home? He's like, don't think I'm going to stop looking at places to send you. Yeah, so I ended up coming home. Had to clean my whole room. I actually rearranged it. I've been home ever since. My 18th birthday's coming up. So I'm just like, okay, I'll just wait. Like, it's not worth it. I'm getting through. Yeah. So that's story time about the time I ran away and got sent to a mental health hospital. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And yeah, pray for me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.